Hey everyone, I'm Amanda, Strong Lotus Yogi, and this is Coco. Today we'll be practicing a flow on building strength while finding our length. So go ahead and put on something comfortable, unroll your mat, and let's get started. So starting in a seated position, however you feel comfortable. I am in Hero's Pose, sitting on the shins, but feel free to be cross-legged if you feel more comfortable there. We're going to begin by grounding down into our sit bones, feeling them heavy into our mat or into our feet, and finding that length up through the spine, up out of the crown, lifting up through our chest, noticing our natural breath as it comes and goes, and working our shoulders down, away from our ears. On our next inhale, taking our arms, On our next inhale, taking our arms up high overhead, finding that lift and finding that reach up through the fingertips. I apologize, Coco is playing with a toy. Finding that lift, finding that reach up through the fingertips, while still working the shoulders down away from our neck. Remembering to breathe here. And on the next exhale, placing that right palm gently beside you as you reach over with that left arm, gazing under your armpit and not crunching in the right side here, staying lifted. Breathing into that left side. Inhaling the arms back up to center. Exhale, placing that left palm down beside you, reaching the right palm over to that left side, still finding that lift, not crunching, lifting. Remember, we're finding our length here. Inhaling those arms back up high and exhaling them down at the sides. Now making our way to Tabletop Pose. So our wrists are stacked underneath our shoulders. Our knees are stacked underneath our hips, finding that nice neutral spine here. And then we're going to go ahead and step those left toes back on our mat. Move forward a little bit. Step our left toes back on our mat, shifting our weight into our right side as we inhale that left arm back and high, reaching up towards the sky as we still work our shoulders away from our neck. Finding that length from feet to crown. Pushing up through the hips. This is a supported side plank. We still want to find our strength here. Exhaling that palm back down, coming back to our tabletop pose, finding that neutral spine again. And then stepping our right toes back, shifting the weight to the left side as we inhale that right palm back and high. Finding our length here. Checking in with our breath. And then exhaling that palm back down, coming back to tabletop pose. Taking the time, finding that neutral spine first. And then we're going to step our right toes back and step our left toes back. Meeting in plank pose, firming up that whole body. Finding that length from our crown to our feet. And then exhaling those hips back and high for our first downward dog, keeping a slight bend in the knees or even pedaling them out. Trying to warm up the legs a bit here and warm up really our total body. Finding length from your pinky finger to your armpit. And then stepping that right foot in between the palms. Stacking your knee over your ankle and inhaling the torso up, reaching up through the fingertips here, squaring the hips, feeling strong in our warrior. Exhaling down, framing that foot. Stepping the right toes back. In, exhaling those hips back and high. Downward dog. And then stepping that right foot forward, knee over ankle, grounding down into the feet as we sweep the arms up. Exhaling down, framing that front foot, stepping those toes back, meeting in plank, and then exhaling down those knees and taking a brief child's pose here. We've been building heat quickly. Staying here only for a couple breaths in order to realign. Shifting that weight back forward. Coming back to our neutral spine and tabletop pose. And now we are going to step our right toes back and step our left toes back, meeting in plank pose. Whole body is firm. Remember, not sinking in the hips and not taking them too high. That's cheating. Finding that length. And then we're going to take a chaturanga here all the way down to the mat. Taking our palms out at each side, allowing the spine to line up. And then interlacing the palms behind us, pushing back through those palms, lifting the chest, finding that length here. Remembering to breathe. And then exhaling back down, releasing the palms at your side. Checking back in with the breath. Taking the forearms at each side, coming up for a baby cobra. Exhaling back down. Taking the palms to each side of your chest, firming up the entire body as you flip your toes under. And with the whole body firm, pushing up and taking those hips back and high, downward dog. Checking in with your breath here. And then stepping that right foot back, stacking that knee over the ankle. firming up into both feet. Grounding down as you sweep those arms up. Seeing if you can't sink a little deeper this time. Only staying here for a couple of breaths. And then inhaling open to that left side. Taking that back foot parallel with the back of your mat. And checking that our knee is still over our ankle. If not, adjust. Warrior 2. Still finding that length up through the crown. Feeling strong in our warrior. And then windmilling our arms, framing that front foot, turning the back toes under, stepping those right toes back, and exhaling those hips back and high, downward dog. And then bringing that left foot forward, stacking our knee over top of the ankle, firming up, grounding into those feet as we sweep our arms up high. Once again, trying to sink a little deeper. Staying here only a couple of breaths. And then inhaling open to the right side, turning that back foot parallel. Finding that length here. Feeling strong in our warrior. Windmilling those arms, framing that front foot, stepping the left toes back, inhaling those hips back and high. Exhale, coming back to plank pose. Taking a chaturanga all the way down to the mat. And then pushing those hips back to the heels, child's pose. Finding length even in child's pose. Reaching through with those fingertips. Checking back in with the breath. Shifting our weight forward. Coming back to our tabletop pose. Stepping those left toes back, stepping those right toes back, meeting in plank. And we're going to inhale, open to the left side, side plank, full side plank. Now, if you can, if not, go ahead and take a knee here. But lifting up through those hips. Whole body is long and lifted. Remembering to breathe. Exhaling back down to full plank. And then inhaling open onto the right side. Lifting through those hips. Finding that strength, finding that length. Exhaling back down to full plank, dropping the knees, coming back to our child's pose. Still reaching through those fingertips. And taking a moment here, really checking in with the breath. Seeing if with the exhale you can't sink a little deeper into your child's pose. walking those fingertips back towards you, bringing the torso back up to rise. Taking a moment, checking back in here. Allowing your eyes maybe to readjust. Making our way all the way down to our backs. Inhaling those legs up into the chest, giving them a great big hug. Exhaling that left leg down, keeping the right knee into the chest. Left leg is long and activated. If it feels good, move in that right foot. Exhaling that right leg out long on the mat. Inhaling that left knee up into the chest. Right foot is still activated, leg is long. Feels good, move in the left. And take a moment here, check in with your body. See how your left feels to your right. Maybe the side needs more love. Go ahead and send your breath there. Maybe you can go a little deeper than the other side. Maybe your body is asking you to back off. Exhaling the left leg out long. And then bringing both knees back into the chest, reaching for the outsides of the feet or behind the thighs. Kicking up for happy baby. Folding those legs back into your chest. One last great big hug here. And then exhaling the legs out long on your mat. Allowing them to stay open however they feel comfortable. Arms full at your sides. Maybe you have your palms flipped down today to ground you. Or perhaps you have them flipped up to receive. Releasing any last bit of tension you may be feeling in the body. And feeling yourself sinking deeper with each exhale. Deeper into the mat. Deeper into the earth. Deeper into the self. Leaving you here in Shavasana to get out of however and whenever you would like. I thank you for coming and practicing with me today. And the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.